We're back. We're absolutely back. Absolutely insane. And there's going to be some monkeying around in this episode. Why is that? Because we're discussing the movie The Monkey.
This monkey needed to be spanked.
I mean, he was getting spanked under the table, supposedly, at one point.
That is true.
In the middle of class,
Under
nonetheless.
the desk. Under the desk. That was a different monkey, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
He did get chopped up.
He did, but it didn't really.
It's like Annabelle. The fucking thing just comes back.
Like fucking Deadpool, bro.
Annabelle, Deadpool. That's funny. That's something right there, gents. That's something right there. And you guys aren't lying. You guys are not lying about that shit at all.
This is Wade Wilson in toy monkey form. He has a sense of humor. He doesn't care how the person gets done or doesn't care who really, as long as it's somewhere near.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wants to let loose and just wants to drum away.
I gotta check out Monkey Shines.
I seen
check out Monkey Shines. But how are you guys doing?
Doing all
And
right.
how are you guys doing out there in the chat? Here chilling, watching a little or not watching. That's never good. I hate when that happens, Grandize. I hate when that happens.
There, I'm gonna be a tech. Ready? Clean out your cache, close the browser, reopen the browser. Try again.
Sometimes they say restart too, which is always annoying. Like at work, they'll be like, just talk to IT. For what? They say this, they literally say the same shit across the board. You can call about your internet messing up. Well, did you reset the router? I did all those steps. That's why I'm fucking calling you.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll be like, well, we see right here that your internet's kind of blah 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 because there's something on our end. Oh, well, okay, then you could have just fucking told me that from jump.
Sure.
Yeah, they say clear your history, clear your cache.
Bro, those customer service calls have been the same since forever.
Shit,
Forever.
Listen,
I used to build computers back in the day and had a gateway too. And bro, like no matter who you call, what customer service, did you make sure it's plugged in? Is the power on? Mm-hmm. Does the outlet work? Is the power switch in the back of it on? Does the light come on? Yes, except everything else is
12 monkeys, Grandizer.
But
that was a good one.
But this is the monkey.
The monkey. And it has a drum set. It has a drum.
I forgot these toys are called.
Monkey drum.
What? No, I think it has a name. I don't know.
But what's I didn't even freaking watch. Well, I did, but what the hell was I about to say? What's your early rating for this, James?
4.
Wow.
Ooh.
Gamer?
I'm gonna go 5.5.
I'm gonna go 6. The kills were.
I think that's the first time I was ever like didn't like a movie, and you really well. Never mind, Blair Witch. Never mind.
I didn't really like this one. You know what it is for this movie? I felt like it took, like I know it was a horror comedy, but I felt like it took certain tones. Like there was a part where it was serious, there was a part where it was comedy, and there was a part where the story was all over the place. Exactly. I feel like if they had a good story with this, and make it more of a darker, like I know it was a dark comedy, but make it more of a darker comedy if it is if it has to be comedy, or take the comedy out of it.
Take the comedy out of it. That's where I would go.
Because this could have been a really cool, like a really good horror movie. This could have been a really good horror movie, if you ask me. But it just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like how, like when they were kids, I don't care that the brothers were beefing as kids. That happens. Everybody knows that. If you have siblings, no matter how, even if it's not that serious of a thing, you've bumped heads with your siblings. It happens. You live together. You see each other every fucking day. You get tired of seeing each other. But I didn't like how this was like all the time, every day, 24/7 type of deal. And there was no real like reason why. You know what I mean? Like usually when they do that in movies, there's like a little reason why. There's a little issue or a little reason why.
Well, there is a reason why, but it's a stupid reason why. It's because he blamed his brother for the mom dying because of the monkey.
No. Before that though, because he was
a bully.
Why his brother the whole time, to the point to where like, even if it's like where you're like, you know, you push your brother around, your brother's pushing you around, you're not letting anybody outside of your household fuck with your sibling. I don't give a shit what your issues are with your sibling. It's like, yo, I can smack the shit out of my brother, but if you smack the shit out of my brother, I'm gonna break your jaw, type of deal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And with this, it was like you're not protecting each other at all. That kind of was just like
the brother had the other people fucking do the prank on him with his pants and shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my younger brother came home and people took his pants, well, first of all, that would have happened because he would have fucked them all up. But if that would have happened, I'm going to the school that very next day, and yo, who did this to my brother? You? Okay, you're first, you're second, you're third. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh, some girls did it too. Okay, let me go get my girl cousins now. You're first, you're second, you're third. Because it's just like no matter how that shit goes, you got to have each other's back and protect each other when that shit comes.
No comment on that one.
But what was I gonna say? And then just like, I wish they had more of a story around the toy. I wish the story was focused more on the monkey.
Yeah,
the toy monkey. I wish there was like something that the reason why it was the way it was. I wish there was something where, you know what I mean, to where I know it used to be their dads and all this other stuff.
Where it came from.
Yeah,
what it is
exactly. And then maybe to the point to where shit happened, their mother seeing stuff happening with the monkey in the house, and she wanted to get rid of it, and maybe she was upset when it was back in the house, something like that. But it was just, I don't know, it felt kind of, some parts felt kind of rushed to me. Again, yeah. I didn't think it was a horrible movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie, honestly. It was a fun movie. It was a good time, but it wasn't really necessarily like a really good movie. I'm gonna move my score down to a 5.5 too, like Gamer, actually.
Well, my beef with it, real quick, is for one, I hate the ending. Hate the fucking ending.
Yeah.
One of the worst endings I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I didn't like the part where, because I understand the bullying as kids, but then they were separated. He said he didn't talk to them for like 10 years. So that they weren't bullying each other. The brother was looking for this fucking monkey to have his brother killed.
Yeah.
Because that just came out of nowhere. They're adults, and he's telling you, like, kill him, no. Pick him. And airplanes are falling out of the sky and shit. I'm like, the fuck?
So his entire life, he figured out, even as the child, after they dumped the monkey into the well, he figured out, oh, he must have wanted to kill me, so he turned it, and it killed Mom.
Yeah.
So that was his whole life mission. And even at the end, like, my gripe with the movie is the third act, not necessarily the end of how it ended, but the third act. It got really weird and goofy with them trying to keep the second brother, who's been estranged for so long and in the shadows, as like this kid version of himself. And it got real weird.
Yeah.
And that took me out of it. The movie to me was on track to be probably an 8.5 until it got to just about that third act. Yes, they still had shortcomings up until that point, but they were forgivable because the story was decent. The progression occurred. It keeps those questions, or it makes you form new questions. Like Sturdy said, it doesn't give us enough of the monkey backstory or anything, or even how their family got the monkey and all this other stuff. So you're left with these questions, and I think that's good. That kind of helps it. But then when it falls apart and they just kind of rush the end and they kind of make it weird and awkward, it just completely distracted me from it. And then I was just like, this ruined the whole fucking thing. That was the main opportunity for them to turn up the serious and the creepiness and the gore. They did the part with the gore a little bit, but the serious tone that was needed for it, and then a climax and all that. And then they could have came back with the goofy on the bottom and when they reconciled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
somehow. And then even that would have been short-lived, because that would have been like a minute You know what I'm saying? It would have been like literally a minute because then he ends up dead anyway, and him and his son got to go now figure out and make this the family tradition. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. And I'll even say fucking that they could have excuse me. With again, but how you're saying with the comedy tone, I feel like if they would have had like horror comedies, a lot of times if they take the horror more serious and then you have the comedy element to it, that works really, really well. But I feel like they try to be a little too silly at parts. Again, a lot of the kills, they were cool, funny, and silly all at the same time for a lot of them, which I was not mad at that at all.
Mhm.
I was not mad at that.
That's the reason I gave it a 4. I was going to give it a 3, but I like the kills, so I gave it a 4.
And
But
they
I mean,
layered the visceralness and the brutality of it. Like one kill, like at the beginning, was the harpoon, right, with the storekeeper, and you see it and it pulls out his intestine. Then the next one was even more brutal than that. Then the next one was like another like freak accident type small shit, but it was like, what the fuck? That's messed up. And then there was another big one, like with the lady in the pool just exploding, and like they
Yo,
did
that can't be real. That can't be real, by the way.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the-
no, but still,
That was
I
the
mean,
craziest shit I ever seen. I was like, they would have fell in the water and got electrocuted. They won't hit it like
yeah, she
like
would
a
have fried.
bomb.
Yeah,
yeah.
she would have fried. But that would have been
Oh.
crazy, right? The 2-for-1 if he would have got hit with the thing from up top and electrocuted, and then she would have got electrocuted jumping in just before he fucking like not realizing and seeing him get hit in the head by the thing. That would have been fucking nuts. But yeah, the vibe from like Final Destination feel you get with this, you
Yep.
get like a cursed vibe from like Annabelle. You get this whole like weird secret feeling buddy vibe with this kind of like we got in the Wrecking Crew recently with Batista and thing,
Okay.
except it's with twins in this one. And then you kind of get this weird, awkward, goofy, comedic. I don't want to say there's really no serious tone other than the fact that there's a possessed monkey and it kills things. And they
And
have
the
to figure
father's
out how it
husband
works.
sees him once a year. He is a dick, by the way.
Yeah, but I get where he's
I
coming
understand for
from.
his safety, but he's like a dick to him. That's kind of fucked up.
See now, and
He is his brother's twin. He's just the better version.
And with that whole once a year thing, like there should have been a better explanation of that. There should have been like I understand the whole history, you know, with the monkey and this, that, and the third, but it's like that's something that she should know. You know what I mean? The mother was that the mother, at least the mother should know to the point where she's like, you know, she gets it kind of if she gets it or not, but she should kind of know that because I feel like his son didn't know. Obviously, like everybody was left in the dark until he has his son for this time. Then all of a sudden, his son sees the monkey, knows the monkey, and it's like we're just gonna. And then how it ends too, like you're saying, James, how you hate how it ended. We're just gonna keep it close. So at
What does
least
that
we know
mean?
what's going on.
It can
But
still kill
They're
people.
gonna do
even
like
if it's not
Annabelle and lock it up in the house or something, or bury it somewhere, or just let it live in the house but never turn the key. They're gonna be the keepers.
But not
Which should have been what fucking happened from the get-go. Because especially if you're gonna go out in the world and have a family and decide not to have a family, you were hit with the crossroad. Family or the curse. I didn't choose the family, so why the hell am I not making my life a dedication to make sure this monkey stays fucking buried?
Yeah, well, I guess at one point he didn't know that his brother went back down there and grabbed it.
Yeah, but either way, he went through his life avoiding people and everything. That means your life should have been dedicated to making sure this... Like, take in Halloween, for instance, right? Laurie Strode's then makes her life about preparing for Jason, for Michael Myers to come back, or Nev Campbell's character in Scream, right? Did all this preparation. Now she faces it because it's coming after her daughter. But at the same time, her whole life revolved around that whole compound she had and her safety and making sure, like... When something like this happens to you, if you choose to exclude yourself from normal life and your life is just this, why the hell why are you having a kid in the first place? And then secondly, why are you choosing not to be in the kid's life, not be a good husband and spouse to your fucking wife, and just be a dickhead roamer without any purpose? If you have the purpose right there, it makes no sense.
Yeah, no, that bothered me. I agree.
Really quick, for those watching on TikTok, Can't see your comments over here. They're not popping in. I don't know why, but come over to the Sturd-O-Vision YouTube channel and you can definitely comment if you would like, and we'll respond to your comments. But I just checked the TikTok really quick to see, and yeah. But no, what I was gonna say too is like, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? This monkey, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, I wish this movie was more about the monkey, like, even to the fact that, like, what if it would have started with another family at first? I know we see the one guy in the beginning where he was talking about with the store. In the store, the dude gets his intestines pulled out, but so you see it with another family at first, even if it's just brief, and then gets to this family, and they have like kind of a history of it for whatever. For somehow they figure out what's going on with this shit, or like, oh my goodness, this has been going on for X amount of years, or whether it be the town, the monkey, well, I don't know, the toy, but they just I didn't read this. They dropped the ball on this. They dropped the ball on this for me because it had so much. It had so much potential, in my opinion, and again, it's just. It's disappointing because it's like I'm at the point now where you know back in the day, like as a kid, I would probably love this movie. Oh, this is cool, kills, the blood, and this, that, and the third, cool. But now that I'm like more into movies and more into the story of a movie, not saying that doesn't work for me. For some movie that just works, like the sadness, that shit just worked, but it was also just craziness throughout the whole thing. For this, it did not work for me like that. For this, it was like. It just didn't connect. I felt like there was a lot of unfinished. I don't want to say like unfinished sentences, but like unfinished parts of each from part 1, part 2, part 3. Just I don't know. Like I said earlier, it just felt kind of rushed. It really felt rushed for me with this one. It really felt like it was just like, let's have this really cool premise. And get that part out, but that's it. Like, let's not really build on this premise to where it can be, because this had the potential, again, with the way the monkey thing was, with the toy and all that, to be one of the better horror films of last year. And out of all the ones we've watched so far from last year, it's not. As a matter of fact, I mean, I'll just run down the list really quick. We had Sinners. I'm not going to include The Sadness, that was a couple of years ago, but we had Sinners, Clown in the Cornfield, The Substance. I don't know if that was last year or the year before last. The Long Walk, Him, and Frankenstein, and Weapons. They were all quite a bit better than this movie. The only one that was worse than this movie that we watched from last year is fucking Until Dawn, and that's a video game movie. 9 times out of 10, those things are not that great, especially when it comes to the horror ones. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I really, really wanted this to be a good movie. I really wanted to really, really enjoy this movie. The more I talk about it, I'm putting it down to a 5 now. Like, the more we're discussing it, because I'm just
you're coming to my side now.
Because again, like the cool visuals, especially, you know what I mean? The cool visuals, the cinematography, the cool kills and all that. That's just not enough for me anymore. Like, I want a really good story. It doesn't have to be a great story, just something that's more put together. But go ahead, Gamer.
At the beginning, right, when the guy is at the shop putting the monkey on the counter and all that, is that his dad?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. It might. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because he said he was traveling. He went somewhere.
Okay, so that's his dad.
I think it was the dad. Now that you said that, I didn't put it together until you just started.
They don't show what he does with the monkey after that. How does the monkey end up with the kids? Did he bring the monkey back and leave with the kids and then bounce? Like, what the fuck?
So no. He tried to burn it.
Oh yeah, that's right, the flamethrower. So then what happened after that?
Exactly.
So then why did he just leave and leave the monkey? Why wouldn't you take the whole family and leave the monkey? It didn't follow you. It's with your kids. You're not going back for your kids. This whole fucking movie is about dipshit idiots that don't think big picture.
Yeah. And
crappy. It must be hereditary. It must be hereditary because it was passed down. Because not even the fucking brother who was so focused and enraged on killing his brother because he blamed his twin brother for killing his mom. Even at the end, he goes, "Oh yeah, I never thought of it like that."
I never thought of it. Yo, like, the thing is, this is supposed to be a dark comedy. I didn't laugh at all. The comedy wasn't like. I'm just sitting there going, "Where's the funny parts?" I know the funny. Like, for example, I know this is a funny part, but I didn't laugh at it, is when he's the guy, he's like, put your paw down, put it down, put it down. He's trying to, he's like, how are you so strong?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not even funny. I was like, the fuck is
made
that?
me chuckle a little bit. Like
It didn't make me do nothing. I was just like, I see they're trying to be funny, but it just didn't land right.
Yeah, I guess the moments where all the kills hit or whatnot are supposed to be that moment, but
Yeah.
it only goes, and you go, just like in the movie, like, oh well, that happened.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we gotta move. You know what I mean? That's all that did. That's the effect they had instead of, oh shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like I really wanted this. Like this movie had no oh my god, oh shit moments for me. Like, oh whoa, holy shit. Like, yo, I can't wait. This movie didn't have any parts, and this is what bothers me the most. This movie didn't have any parts to where it's like, yo, I cannot wait to talk about this specific part on the pod tonight. I cannot wait. Like, again, going back to the list I just read off a little bit ago, every other movie besides until, I mean, man, shit, maybe even Until Dawn had a couple cooler parts that you're just like, holy shit, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's that bad, but I'm damn near putting it down to that the more we discuss it. And Grandizer, that is on the wheel, the wheel for this show. We didn't touch on that movie yet, but hopefully we'll talk about that one soon. The first one was fun. I'll see how the second one is. I know she dances more.
The scene with the realtor.
Oh yeah, the shotgun
with the shotgun. For like, it's like, oh wait, hold on, it's not working. She gets it. There was enough time for him to push her out the way. He did the no way.
And for one, that house gets inspected before they sell it. I think she would have known there was a shotgun in the freaking closet.
And then two, like the way it looked, she just exploded out of nowhere from a shot. I know it was close range, but come on. It would just have a hole in her.
It was overkill.
Disintegrate her.
That's
and
supposed to be a funny part.
Yeah, the blood everywhere looked like watered down fucking like cherry syrup or some shit, bro.
It looked like someone put an M80 in a mold of Jello.
The Jello.
It looked like Jello chunks.
Jello, yeah, unbaked.
Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it. There were fucked up kills. Okay, for one, the scene with the kid is holding the father, the son hostage because he wants the monkey. I don't even know why. I'm so confused on that part too. But anyways, with the fucking bees that all fly in his mouth.
Yeah,
that was cool by itself. I was like, it reminded me of Candyman and Green Mile type shit. But then it did finish it off with that. You're like, oh shit, he just choked on bees. They start blowing parts of his head apart, coming out, eating away. They want to eat away that fast.
That was a lot of bees.
It was a lot of bees. I wasn't mad at that.
And infested bees.
I will say good call back to both of those awesome fucking films. Rest in peace to Tony Todd and Michael Clark Duncan, actually. Legends.
Yeah, both of them,
But that was a pretty, like I said, they had some pretty cool scenes, but at the same time,
hard to watch though.
There was no hard to watch scenes for me.
That one was at the end because the whole time that the bees are going in, first of all, your kid went inside the house to go fucking through a doggy door to go retrieve a demonic monkey while you're held at gunpoint by this guy. Okay, cool. The shit starts going awry. You know what the story is and you know what's about to happen. Something crazy, no matter, you don't know how, but you know something's about to. Yo ass, as soon as you see that shit and you make that correlation, what did he lock you in the vehicle? You can't reach for the unlock button and you can't reach for the handle and roll the fuck out the vehicle while he's being killed. No, you're risking getting shot at like you're locked in an ironclad vehicle with no power.
Not only that, yo, you were in the driver's seat, so you're the one who locks all the doors.
You literally have every control to the vehicle.
As soon as
you make sure he can't get out the back with the child safety.
I'll even jump back. My fault for cutting you off. I'll even jump back to the motel scene to where fucking the cop comes and he looks through the people. You can clearly tell it's not a police officer. Why are you opening the door?
He looked like a fucking Boy Scout.
And he went after he said, "I'm the motherfucking police."
And why? So one, Why would you open the door when you can clearly tell it's not a cop? 2, why would a cop just randomly come into your room? For what? Nothing was going on. You were knocking on the door and yelling at your son. If anything, if there's a noise thing, the hotel thing, hey, what's going on upstairs? You got to quiet down. I'm fucking, my son's in the bathroom. I'm trying to get him out. You know how teenagers are. Boom. So I'm like, okay, not a huge deal, of course, but there's just like certain things. I'm bumping this down to a 4.5.
The whole deadbeat dad thing is just a constant theme in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play that.
Like I said, they try to make justice of it because he was protecting them.
He's a deadbeat. His dad was a deadbeat. The cop's dad was a deadbeat. Like, I don't understand, bro. Everybody's a deadbeat. Yeah, everybody's dying in this town because people keep going like this.
Yeah.
And let's bring back up the fact that how his brother was trying to kill him with the monkey. The towards the end, and where like the whole town dies. That part was corny. That part was way too much.
Stupid.
Yep.
It was way too much. Like, what was the point of all that? The bus scene, cool, fun, whatever. I wasn't mad at that, but
yeah, I like that part.
Everything before that, like the planes crashing, the fucking people falling through the floor, and all that other extra shit, and then you go through the town, the whole town. I'm like, they just did way too much with that, especially with the fact that, again,
he got mad. He contested, so he wanted to show his power.
No, I get that, but I'm saying, again, going back to not having like some sort of a background of the monkey. Like, I don't care about the family. Have a background story of that toy monkey.
So I think, okay, so this is based on a short story by Stephen King.
Yeah.
And the two brothers kept talking about it and referring to it as it. So I'm thinking somehow this is linked to the entity of it, especially being in the Northeast and Maine and all of that. And he said, hey, it can transport and can transform as well. And look, who are we dealing with? Kids that are dealing with a toy that are dealing with this situation. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it leads down kind of towards the same path of these demons angling and leveraging towards kids or taking kids and feeding on kids.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And it might be the same entity or from the same realm of the entity of it, because they refer to it as it 4 or 5 times.
That's interesting. I know Stephen King is like connect the movie, all the books are like connected in a way. But that is crazy because I didn't think of that. I didn't think like, wait a minute, it could be part of like it type situation.
And even like the two brothers, they formed a coalition, right? To make sure, and now it's the father and the son. But there always has to be a group, a collective. There's never always a single person because usually they die or they don't have enough power. Yeah. So if we go back to The Shining now and we think of the Shinings, the people who have the Shining and all of that, there's always multiple of them. Just like when he got older, he went and helped the little girl and their power together was enough. So now here we do again. There always has to be like one or two or more that are, fighting these things or containing them.
These entities. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out this short story of the monkey to see if I like the short story at all. Because I hope I do. Because and I hope it's fuck. I actually know. I hope it is one of those things with the short story to where maybe it's some stuff they just didn't pull from the short story to put into this movie. Because this was just one of those ones. Again, I don't know the source material, but if it's like Until Dawn to where you've played the game, you said they just pulled certain things. They didn't really pull the story or the source material from the game and throw it into the movie. Or we reviewed Resident Evil last year. Same shit. And I'm really getting sick and tired of that. I'm like, yo, if you're not going to use the source to where you're pulling from a game or a book to really make it a good movie or a good series, good show, whatever the case may be, fucking just do your own original shit then. I mean, I think you should do that anyway. But I mean, if you're going to do some, I get wanting to do a movie adaptation and stuff. Use that stuff. Use the source material that people could, because again, people play these games like Until Dawn, like Resident Evil. People read the Stephen King novels, short stories, all that shit, and other stuff because they love it. It's been around for years because they love it. And then when you just put little bits and pieces of just sprinkle shit in there and ignore the rest, It's a big fuck you to the fans, honestly. It's a big fuck you to the fans. And guess what? This is a fuck you to you. Stop doing that bullshit. Because I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick and tired of that bullshit.
You know what they could just do? Get rid of the background of the game and just put the cutscenes together. There's a movie.
Damn near. Damn near.
They should just do that. Like, well, come on.
Jason, 3 Geeks, I get where you're coming from with that as far as like the similarities to Final Destination.
It's still stupid. The ending sucked.
But Final Destination still had something with death that was like following them around. And there was a reason why that they died, because it's like, hey, yo, something crazy about to go down. Get the fuck off this plane. Get the fuck off this bus, and so on and so forth. So you're like,
that movie about beating death. Like,
but just like a Final Destination, the whole thing is you can't run from death, you can't escape death. Death is just there. Death is eternal. Death is always, and that's the same premise of this movie too. It's just that the death and how it happens was linked to the monkey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What causes the death? And even at the end, I think that scene with the white horse and the old man, death staring him, and him acknowledging death and understanding, death doesn't want this. This is his job. It's unfortunate. That's why the other thing that keeps coming up is everything is an accident. Because even the way the monkey was killing, everything was accidental. Everything was a freak accident. And even Death looked tired and drained, but he has to do his job. And the fact that you acknowledge Death, that's like freeing to the father now, because he knows, just like the lesson his mom tried to teach him, we're all going to die. It always comes for us. It doesn't matter. It just matters how, but it doesn't even matter how, because the only truth is when, because it's going to happen. Not how, because it could be like in this movie, a freak accident of your face burning on fire, and then you running outside, getting in a foot in a fucking flower pot, rolling down the hill and smacking your face on your own real estate pole. It's going to happen.
It was cool. The kills, like I said, that was cool. But you still, at the same time, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All that happened in that short amount of time. For one, her head's on fire. She's not, it's good. Last 5 seconds before she collapsed.
Bro, she's in the kitchen next to a sink.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, hold up. Remember, it was the gas stove. So here's my whole thing. You smell the gas. You put your face right up to the thing. Say this is the thing. You smell the gas. You put your face right here, and you turn the knob more, and boom, your face gets on fire. And it gave me Harry and Home Alone, top of his head on fire, and OG Home Alone movie. Shout out to that movie because I love that fucking movie.
Oh, speaking of Home Alone, the brother had his fucking Home Alone fucking booby Indiana Jones traps.
His fortress.
Yes.
He went and fucking Kevin McAllister on his fucking fortress. Even had the intercom system and everything.
It just, oh man, this movie had so much potential, but it dropped the ball. I'm bumping this down again to a 3.5. This is right here.
Oh, with lowering me now. I'm with you, Aaron. Put me 3.5 too.
It's right there with Until Dawn for me now, because I feel like with Until Dawn, as bad as it was, I feel like they tried harder. In my opinion, I feel like they tried harder. It still wasn't good.
Yeah,
but it just, I went from a 6 to a 3.5, guys.
put me at a 5. I had a good time. It wasn't the greatest. It has a lot of shortcomings. It left me wanting for more. I wish they would have done a lot of different choices and things, but at the same time, I was smiling when I got done with it. I wasn't mad that I watched it, and I kind of actually said, all right. Like, I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, it's based on a short story. How short of a short story? Are we talking 3 pages, 5 pages, 50 pages? Like, how short of a short story? And then, but again, some of the awkward choices they made with trying to I now probably should read the short story to know whether or not there's comedic elements in it, because if there weren't, why the fuck did you choose and decide to make this a comedic fucking thing anyway, when you could have just kept to what it was, a fucking spiritual, demonic, haunting, creepy, gory murder fest, and it would have been, like Sturdy said, a true just horror movie.
Yep. Agreed. That was my problem with it. Especially, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, it's Stephen King too. I'm like, what did they do? Because now I'm curious about the short story now too. But I'm like, what did they do? Like, how is the story, the book? Usually, that's supposed to be better than the movie. So I'm like, is it more? Is there comedy in that one? You know, I don't fucking know. Gonna have to find out. Even though I probably won't because I don't like reading.
Yeah, because this movie's biggest problem is really that whole trying to keep and commit to all of the moments of rhythm for comedic tone, but then also trying to fit the rhythms of horror and then the rhythms of shock factor and with the gore and the kills and stuff, you know? You got too much going on. You were trying to blend too many genres.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say another thing too. This was one of those movies to where you didn't give a shit. I mean, there's a lot of horror movies that are like that, but this was one of those ones where like you didn't give a shit when people died at all in this movie.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll just go back to one of our better ones, probably our better ones of the year, The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Certain deaths were just like, oh shit, that I felt that. You know what I mean? Like there was a build up to it, and with this, you're just like, I don't give a shit.
I wonder if that's
I didn't care about none of the characters
because
Don was an asshole.
Yeah, maybe we're supposed to be desensitized to and just be like, oh, this is normal, this is everyday shit.
Could be,
maybe
like oh, even, not surprised.
Like even with weapons, I mean, with the craziness going on with the kids, you know, what was that 217 aim? When they're just like, what the fuck's going on? Like this is some wild shit. What's going on? This didn't even have that. Like you didn't. There was no. You wanted so much more from this movie, and they just didn't. It just did not deliver. It did not deliver, and it should have. And I'm very disappointed in this movie.
Yeah, to me, one of the best moments, or I guess moments you could say, was when fucking the aunt fell through the stairs in the basement when she was older.
With the fish hooks?
Yeah. And it's like she's down there for a second, and you're like, oh man, because when she was going down the stairs, the camera angle showed all these different things hanging, and you didn't even notice that there was fish hooks or nothing, but there's all these other bulky, sharp, and big items hanging on under the stairs.
They did show the fish hooks earlier in the movie. I don't know if it was when the kids first moved in with the aunt and uncle, but they were like hanging up somewhere, like on a like one of them. What is it, like a particle board or whatever? That was before the uncle passed away. So I'm assuming she probably just boxed stuff up and threw it under the stairs. And
face planted into them shits.
The stair just happened to break, and I'm like, holy shit.
Now,
what would have made that scene cooler? Disgusting, but cooler is if something would have went, even if it didn't go like in her eyeball, but like right around her eye.
Yeah, some saw type shit.
Or hooked her in like her mouth like a fish. It would have been funny, but I'm like, oh yeah, look.
Yeah. Instead, it was just like she was down and they left her down for a second, for like, I don't know, 5-8 seconds, so that you're just like, oh shit. And then she just pops up out of nowhere. And then she cuts to her in the fucking bathroom, taking them out. And then she opens her cabinet, and the only thing there is rubbing alcohol. So you're immediately like her, no, because you know that's gonna hurt. And
why she was on fire, because of the rubbing alcohol.
I was gonna say, and then they cut to the same fucking view when she's on fire, like Dennis the Menace and shit, like
And I'm just, oh man,
the rubbing alcohol would have dried by the time she got to us.
I agree, it would have, but James, movie's got a movie. Maybe there's some in her hair. You know what I mean? Just to throw it out there. And then again with the gas stove, and you're putting your face right there in the gas, because she smells it. Like, I have a gas stove. I've smelled it to where like
the knobs first.
I've been in situations. You know what I mean? You go downstairs like, what's that smell? The knobs that turn off all the way. I'm like, oh shit. No, you turn the shit off and you air the house out. Yeah. You're like, yo, listen. When you use a stove, pay attention. Make sure you just click it all the way.
Depending on how bad it is, don't turn on any lights for like 2 or 3 hours. All right.
That puts me into the habit where, like, every night, you know how you go and make sure all the doors are locked. I'll just make sure the knobs are all off just to be safe. And she just puts her face. Oh my goodness, fuck.
She did become Ghost Rider.
All she needed was a motorcycle, or at least a bike to ride through the house or some shit.
But hey, man, she got the point.
That was ridiculous, but it didn't make me like laugh. I was like more like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, as she's running out the house, I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, why is there a flower pot directly in the middle of the last step on the bottom step on the walkway?
Mm-hmm.
She steps directly in that shit. And then, thank God, there's a hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And then how the fuck he gets there and the sign is still up? They just got a road cone over where her brain matter is and shit. Like,
it was just.
they would have taken that shit down, laid it on the ground or something. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yep.
Here's another part. The people that were when the one lady when she she gets exploded by the shotgun. All the people that were like waiting outside, like, oh, here comes the body, all cheering and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Like,
I know people are nosy when they see, when you hear sirens, you see flashing lights. That is normal for people to be outside wondering what the hell's going on. People aren't out there cheering and shit. And all excited.
And that's
like,
the other part of the movie that it hits on. These fucking stupid ass bystanders or these stupid people that are like praising this shit and idolizing it. And then look what happens at the end.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was getting to. I was like,
right together.
There's so many deaths out, random deaths everywhere. They probably have like a freaking gambling thing, like who's going to be next. So when someone dies, they're like on the side of the road, like, yeah, you're a winner. Yeah, you got
that. It just clicked in my mind. That's what that scene was about at the end with Death on the horse. It was basically telling him, hold on to it. Don't let this keep happening. I'm fucking tired. This is depressing. This is sad.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. They should have had that part. They should have had Death get off the horse and like choke out the monkey or something.
Take him with him. Like,
motherfucker, I'm tired.
And here's another thing too that bothered me is, so the father and son are sitting there talking.
Damn,
they're driving in the car.
My bad.
They're driving in the car, and I think this is after believe this is after their Death had walked away or whatever. And the horse, and the dad's just like looking at him. He's like, "We should go dancing with our bodies." I'm just like, "What the fuck, man? Really?" This movie's a 3. This movie, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Take out the demonic aspect of this, right? I mean, this could technically be like an allegory for like Pandora's box or the Ark of the Covenant. You know what I mean? Because it like if you use it or you open it and look at what happens, death, destruction. You know what I mean? Like all these different things. People used to say the Ark could just kill them instantly, or you had to handle it with care and be careful. All these different things. Pandora's box, same thing. She opened it, didn't know what she released into the world, and then death being like, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, oh man.
Yeah.
This
he's probably like, I'm glad your brother died though. That motherfucker's what did this. Calls all the deaths because he yelling at the monkey, pissing it off. So corny.
Yeah, this movie then makes you question then, did he really do it? Or all he did was make it happen sooner because it's going to happen regardless anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know, in those ways you're thinking?
I'm saying it's fucked up. Right. So you're going to go. We just don't know how or when, right? But it could be any fucking way. Like the mom said, it can be in your sleep and be peaceful, or it can be a horrible death. So it's going to happen regardless. So, I mean, it's not like he killed them by turning the knob. They're going to die anyway, and we don't know how we're going to die anyway. So he just made it happen now in a way that, again, we wouldn't have known if that would have been the way we would have died 50 years from now or now.
True. They also focused on they made it seem like the monkey was connected to him. Only him. But the brother has control of it. Anybody could turn the key and start. So if you turn the key, shouldn't you be the next one in control of the monkey? So he would have been safe. He was like, "Tag, I'm out."
But the monkey can't be controlled. The monkey doesn't take requests. And then the monkey got mad when he tried overpowering his hand. And he said, "You want to play? I'm going to show you what I can do." And in a second, he took out thousands of people.
At least that town. At least that town and the plane and all that shit.
Was fried,
and again, I didn't like that part at all. I just it was just because it was
easy.
It was too much. It was way too much to where I'm just like, what would have made that better is if if anything, the monkey does what it does. It bangs on the drum, but maybe the guy's arm breaks or his hand, but it kind of tortures him before he kills him.
Mm.
I think that
Like
would have been more
every
interesting.
time the stick spun, like something breaks.
Or that, because the stick would spin after it was banging on the drum or something, but it just...
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they could have went down another road too with the whole chopping up the monkey and it revitalizing. It could have went after the brother. It could have been this whole thing that the monkey actually like planted the seed of the thought in the twin brother's mind about the brother turning the knob because he wanted to kill him instead, and it killed the mom. It could have been to get him out of it. They could have gone down this whole road where he just basically kind of possessed the brother, but left him in his own control and vices, just planted the seeds of manipulation to get him to do the actions he needed. But they didn't go down none of that route at all. They literally made it about the brother's vengeance and vindictiveness, about feeling like his twin brother is the reason his mom is dead, which, yes, it's true, but it's also not true. But then also then the other way, they could have also just, like, was the monkey also vengeful at him for casting him off? So it was the monkey's whole life goal to get back to him, but now he's back to him and he's going to be under control by him, so it doesn't make sense for that route.
That's
know what I mean?
I'm saying, yeah.
Yep. But I'm gonna pull this wheel up, gents.
Oh yeah, let's see what we get.
For it to pop.
Yeah,
I don't know if
this
it's true
movie
or
has
not.
so many missed opportunities. This on the low end could have been a nice 7.5, 8 movie.
Yeah.
On the high end could have been a 9, 10
True.
with a couple fixes to some of those kills or whatnot. I was glad to see the actor who was here playing the twins. He was from the Divergent series, I'm pretty sure. Insurgent, Divergent, and all of that.
He looks familiar to me. I've seen him in something, but
Where the hell's the wheel? Oh, that's why.
where's
I put
the
it down
wheel,
there.
man? You took it off the screen.
Nah, it freaking. There we go. All right, let's see what we got for next Thursday. Why did it just do that?
Yeah, I know. You took it away again. There you go. Stay right there. Yep.
I didn't do that time.
Well,
It's James.
there you go.
Or Mix in the background. We don't see him.
It's messing with shit. Come on, something good.
What we got? Come on now.
Oh,
Bring her back.
No.
Whistle's good. I like
Corporate. No, what is that? The
Carpenter. Oh, that's that Nicolas Cage horror movie.
Oh no, Aaron's going to have a 0 or
Carpenter's son. We'll see.
I'm really hoping that you fight. I know you fight it all the time, but I hope that one of these times where you have to watch Nick Cage, that you actually like one.
I hope so too. I hate Nicolas Cage, but hopefully I like a movie. I do. There is a movie I do like him in it. It's called The Wind Talkers. I've seen that movie when I was
Okay, so you do like one. Okay.
But I don't like him at
All
all.
right, gone in 60 seconds. You said only the cars. You don't give a shit about him.
The cars and the women.
There's really only one, but yeah.
But we'll see.
All the cars are named after the women. That's what he got confused about.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, you remember Eleanor and Lolita and Vicky. Yep. Yeah, you're talking about a Hummer H2, an Escalade, and a Ferrari DB5 or an Aston Martin DB5.
Listen, I watched that movie one time. It was like around when it was on TV, around when it first came on like TV and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't remember anything about that movie, but
basically they hijacked cars and he got out of the game, but the brother's an idiot, so he has to save the brother. He has to steal like a certain amount of cars or something like that. A list.
Yep, 50 cars.
Yeah, 50 cars.
The timeline was like 72 hours, so they had to come up with a plan, and they ended up coming up with a plan to do it in one night.
Yeah. Grandizer, I don't know what Lord of War is.
Yeah, me neither.
That's a good one. He's the arms dealer, I think.
Sturdy's never seen that one.
Never seen it. Huh. My favorite Nick Cage movie so far is Con Air.
Okay.
I like Con Air.
So
and I thought the horror one was funny. Well, it's a couple, Mandy and what is it called? Willy's Wonderland or Willy's Land or
Yeah. Kick ass.
Kick Ass. Well, he wasn't that main. Well, he is in it, but he wasn't like a main.
I didn't hate that.
Well,
movie.
basically, that's Nick Cage if he ever wanted to play Batman in a movie.
Straight up.
I didn't hate that movie. Kick Ass.
Oh yeah, Kick Ass.
Those were fun. Those were fun. This movie was. I mean,
Hit Girl was the fucking best part of that movie. She was badass.
Hell
this
yeah.
movie, like I said, this movie here was pretty fun. But other than that, that's like the best I can say about it.
Yep.
Went from a 6 to a damn 3.
Don't expect much.
Say you should have trusted my score. Your guys are like a 4. What? I was like, hey, I had reasons, and you brought them all up, and now you understand.
Well, because what it is, it's like you're watching it, and I'm thinking of it as like some of the cool shit that happened in the movie. But once we stopped and conversated about it, I'm like, okay, this wasn't that good. This wasn't as good as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more of the excitement of some of the cool kills and stuff. This, that, and the third. And then I'm just like, you know what? This, it just can't do it for me. Like I need more than just cool kills. I need more than just some cool scenes. I need a good story. Like the story really has to drive it. And for this, it didn't do it. Don't get me wrong. There is times where that can work, but I feel like for this type of movie, you need more. You need a better story. You need a better story.
No, they had a great story. They just missed opportunities in telling the story in which you became more enthralled in the story and gave more shit about some of the shit happening in the story. They fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely fumbled.
You see that? You see that, Aaron? Chad's favorite actor is Nick Cage.
He is a national treasure. No pun intended and pun intended.
Again, I'm going to say this. I've said this once. I've said this more than once. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Listen, Chad,
I like that.
Chad, 3 Geeks, Grandizer. Sturdy just doesn't understand the amount and the scale of the unbearable weight of all of Mr. Cage's talent.
I've seen that stupid ass movie too, and that bothered
That
me.
movie was funny. I laughed. I liked it.
Yeah.
So
I love the scene when they go driving and they're on acid and he just looks at him and just smiling.
Oh shit.
But that's what we're gonna be talking about next week.
Oh, I didn't know she got married. She got out of the spotlight for a long time.
Who's that?
It's the one who played Hit Girl.
Oh, okay.
She's all grown up now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean,
Yeah,
she may be a bit lesbian. It's 2026, bro. Like, people just, if you get bored, you're something else today. You know what I mean? Like,
You just get bored.
they get bored, they get angry, they get upset, they get emotional is essentially what I'm saying. People become emotional and then they're a new person for a moment or two in a given day. And then, oh no, what did I just do? Oh shit.
Breaking shit over there.
But I guess we're going to kind of wrap this one up, though. I want to thank everyone that was here in the live, the comments, and all that good stuff. I want to thank everyone.
Love you.
I want to thank everyone that's going to be listening to it or watching it later on down the road. And I want to remind everybody to be here next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern time for The Carpenter's Son. See how we feel about that movie. I hope I like it. I really do. Like, just because Nicolas Cage is in it, I don't automatically hate movies. There was one we did last year on Popcorn and Pints I didn't mind. I forgot what it was. The Rock.
Oh yeah.
So again,
that's right.
I am fair with stuff like that, people. I just do not like him, and that's perfectly fine. You don't gotta like everybody. You know, you don't have to like everybody. But so yeah, be here next week at 8 o'clock for some more horror with Sir Sturdy. Make sure you guys check out Fade Theory. He's dropping his music every Monday and Friday. Make sure you check out the Worst Damn Gamer Ever as well. I don't know what I honestly don't know what his schedule is, but you'll see him on Popcorn and Pints this Saturday at 8. And when he decides to go live, he's gonna go live and he's gonna put on some great this guy.
Most likely like Friday night.
This guy he has some weird ass energy to me. Because there'll be times me and him will be talking, right? Yo, Sturdy, I should go to bed. I've been up since yesterday. but fuck it, I'm gonna stream tonight for 6 hours. and it'll be just like it'll be like the way he streams when he's on his shit, when he's like really, it'll be like he slept like all day, had a good meal, maybe had some candy, and just boom, energetic through the whole shit. Yes, you've seen him fall asleep on camera before, but that's different. But make sure
It's
you're
gotta
serious.
happen at some time.
Make sure you guys check out Horror with Sir Sturdy, Fade Theory, Worst Damn Gamer Ever, and this Saturday on Popcorn and Pints, we're gonna be live at 8 o'clock. Yes, that's our new time, but 8 o'clock, and we'll be reviewing these two films right here for Mick's birthday, and it's Tootsie.
Mick's birthday's Friday, isn't it?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, but these are his birthday picks.
Yep,
that's what I mean. Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Tootsie. I've never seen either one of these films.
I've never seen Tootsie.
I believe they're supposed to be comedies. I hope they're funny, but you guys know how Sturdy is when it comes to certain comedies. Tune in for that. With that said, I hope you guys have an awesome night. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
Subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Lick my nipples.
He's right. Hit that sub. Hit that notification bell. So, when
so
we're here,
when we're streaming.
boom, you know when we're live. Peace.